Almost seems like they're chasing someone, though.
Sophia,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
would Kaith still be here?
She's packed up to go and gone back to presumably your keep, wherever she's currently staying.
Cadme closes her eyes, and you guys hear a as sort of a little sparkle of light happens, and Cadme says a few words in Sylvan, and suddenly a little bit of the wood in the top of the ceiling sort of shifts slightly and moves out of the room.
Did my rafters just?
Oh, that was Hazel. She can move through wood because she talks to it very well.
Right, of course, silly of me.
She's really good friends with trees.
You get used to it.
Regardless,
Around it more.
Sora did want you to all of you at least take a look at some of these paintings, given the previous ones all seem to have been important to you all. I don't know what it is about you and Lot, but it seems like ever since our paths have crossed, a lot more of his paintings have been about all of you.
We're just that good.
It's
there's-
likely because we met you because of a prophecy.
I mean, there's one painting he recently produced which caught my eye.
Which one is that?
He unveils a rather almost hyper-realistic painting of a tween-aged Kelrus and the Cadme standing with horrific ghoul over the top.
Oh, that one just happened.
Oh, yeah.
He's very good at this.
He painted that about a night or two ago.
Oh, it happened about a night or two ago.
It's still a bit wet, by the way. Don't touch.
Yes, that one did just happen,
Ah,
and we
yeah,
resolved
that's
it
a bit-
successfully.
yeah, that's a bit closer to now than I thought a prophecy would be.
Oh no, prophecies can be like of the past and the future. They can be everywhere.
Well, we know he's a seer. We don't necessarily know if he is distinctly tied to the past, or I mean, he does seem to be tied more to the future, but he apparently can see the present as well.
Well, the present is the easiest to see, I'll say.
Not that he has any power over any of it.
No,
Have you
but
thought about getting
It
him
seems
lessons?
just dramatic moments he tends to pick up more.
with your permission, we think we might know who the group of 6 in his other paintings are. Would you allow us to bring them here to meet him to see if it gives him clarity? It would possibly trigger another vision.
That's just what I need. If you think it might be a good idea.
This is why I am asking your permission.
I will give you my permission. I'm just not sure what will come out of it. Though I never know with all of this.
That's the problem, isn't it? There's no way to know.
Can we prophesize a prophecy?
Yeah. I mean, there's limited results, but yes.
How far down the rabbit hole can we all go, everyone?
Not that far, I don't want to.
That's a deep river you're diving into.
So, Cadme, we could try and, look at the object in question that's passed and see maybe if we can see something further with our, psychic brain powers.
I don't like going into the future. That's not really my
Okay,
past and present
fuck.
are very nice. I like those.
Tried to crack my knuckles and that hurt a bitch. Okay. Looks like it's up to me as I focus crack my knuckles.
That looked painful to you, okay?
I'll be fine. As I finally remember I have a cult skill unlocked. Stifa's going to attempt psychometry in one of the paintings, casting a buff beforehand because I forget I have a spell that's actually kind of useful for us.
Neo.
Cast Karmic Blessing, so I actually get appraised as a class skill.
Ah, I think Silas might need that one.
It's useful. Take it as a class skill. Do I have anything else that helps? Heroism.
Oh, Cadme will toss over a necklace that she has
Oh, that thing.
of a rough cut emerald. Yeah.
Gives +2, I believe. Okay, into the past we go. 34. I only have one rank in it. Woo!
Christ.
just because I've dummy
As
finger
Tufa's
again.
mind wanders and kind of heads back. As Tufa,
Yo.
you are a wizard.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Specialized,
I'm a wizard.
specialized into illusion magic.
Oh, your case.
As you and your compatriots are currently running quickly through the forest fields, you are chasing after a suspicious individual, a young man who you believe has stolen something from the client you were told to protect. He's making headway into the forest ahead. It's difficult to keep up. You try to use illusion magic to corner them, but it seems like they would just force their way through with disbelief. A rather angry colleague of yours makes haste after, but only finds themselves quickly ending up in a pit spill. A mage you're chasing after? Oh, how troubling. You can see the coastline as you're running past. The deep waters out. A cliffside area. You can see distant swamps just barely over the horizon. Your mind pulls out of the vision.
Stuffa just kind of stands there blinking for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes before she like shakes her head.
She's almost done, don't worry.
It's always weird being someone else. Also, if I feel wrong, I feel like I was supposed to be Michaela.
You were Michaela or Case?
No, well, I feel that I think I was looking for the eyes of Cave. They were chasing after someone on a job. Something stolen that they're supposed to protect.
There's some kind of young mage from what you could tell.
I have teleport prepared. Give me a second.
You're just gonna teleport?
Hold on a second. Okay, I only have one prepared. Not doing that.
I still
They
like
were-
the idea of inside a small compact room, you just cast a high level spell, all the runes appearing everywhere, you just teleport away.
Stuffa
Rip
just
it
like
out of time and
fucking stuff. I wasn't gonna stand doing anything else. I was just gonna go over and be like, "Oh, this is real," and then come back.
I always like to imagine the sheer flashiness of a spell is proportional to its spell level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair.
Not
You
just
know,
proportional, directly proportional.
Yeah, the amount of glow is equal to a spell level times 5 feet.
Yeah, after all, Meteor Swarm's pretty flashy.
Well, the vision didn't feel important, but well, any more important than usual. It just felt like a job they were doing.
I mean, well, it should give him a little bit more clarity on his future visions if he is seeing the B team.
I mean, the issue for this is it's a vision of a vision, so the vision that I'm seeing might not even be the one that comes. But at least we have confirmation that it's them.
Yeah.
But why would they be visions about them?
Why not them? Checkmate, atheists. I have no idea, but it's not the worst thing.
They are fairly interesting.
Also, can we give a congratulations to us two for casting our first good spell of the campaign?
I don't think witches
Hey.
get like any. We probably do get another good aligned spell, but like that's the one I have.
You got cast protection from evil with her before.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
witches don't
that
get
game's
their
pretty
protection
well.
from spells.
Well, there we go.
Carl had it.
Did you cast any magic circles?
The witches don't get the circles either.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's Tuva's first good type spell.
Feels disgusting. Ooh, goodness.
Your patron is pleased.
Can feel the Dragon Age style disapproval point hang over my head. Just one, but it's fair.
Pretty mild disapproval.
Yeah. Well, I think we will have to take up your offer of bringing them here to, I guess, look at themselves, and for Sora to see them.
Given how fast Hazel can move, it may be possible that she could be reaching them right.
I mean, did we really want to bring them over tonight?
Well, I kind of told her to go bring her over.
Perhaps we might want to wait off on this for a moment.
I think she's a little bit out of my reach right now.
Moreover, if we could, I would prefer Sora just give Sora a chance.
He has friends over.
Fair enough.
We're probably playing, I don't know, what do kids play sleepovers? Spoon for bottle? Is he a bit young for that?
Maybe.
She rolls her eyes a bit. I've done my best to try and to dampen his visions anyway. What medications I could find. It'll work at least for a bit. Problem is they're too expensive for me to use. But he needs to be able to get some rest.
Yeah.
Driving the It's been driving him nuts recently. Every time he finishes the vision, another one keeps appearing.
Does it only occur while he's painting?
Somewhat, but it's not as simple as that because he's driven to paint when the visions are coming.
Ah,
It's his outlet for it. If he's not near his painting set, he'll grab a random piece of chalk or something and start doing it on whatever surface is nearby. That was fun to explain at one point when he started doing that all over a throne room. It was a beautiful piece he produced, in fairness.
Hmm.
But things we need to look into.
Yeah.
But you believe it's the adventures of your team?
Probably, yeah.
The number lines up. Correct hair colors. 2 frontliners, some mages. It adds up.
Perhaps then I will speak to Kaif in a few days' time and see if I can get her.
Okay, that sounds good.
If he does start producing a painting, I'll let you know.
I mean, at least it wasn't a painting of her imminent death. It's just from chasing some person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what makes it so important? His visions are always something important.
Visions tend not to agree with being suppressed. The reasons why he could be getting accosted by visions is because he's just not seeing what the fates want him to see. Like the times where you're trying to think of a word and you just can't, get the word right. You just don't know what to say, and you sit there and you fumble with it forever, and you can never get it. It's the same thing with visions. It kind of sticks with you until it kind of is able to come out.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly go to toilet as a GM, but we're going to end the scene roughly here, and we'll pick up in a minute.
Oh boy, that is a bit of a conundrum, I will say.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, the only bad part is he's kind of compelled to finish revisions.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
no,
it would have
that
been kind of fine.
I agree with you there. Yes.
Maybe you can take up like interpretive jazz.
I do not know what that entirely entails, but it sounds interesting.
Me neither. I mean, I doubt it's anything inherent to the B team themselves. Otherwise, he probably would have had a vision encompassing them before. So it's whatever job they were thinking of taking.
Okay, that feels better. Phew. Okay, so Team PC. Stepping out for a moment. The party going to resolve with many questions, but I mean, nothing bad's happened for once.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
And now the poison hit Shiva.
And you got information, which is always nice. So
Yes,
Yep.
it is very important. What is the plan though? Do we want to maybe start moving towards? Oh, I don't know.
yeah, Lady Sophia is going to deal with trying to see if she can get more information on this topic, given you've supplied her, like, actually whom the painting it was.
Yeah.
Which kind of leaves your group to determine what you want to do.
I
with
did
this.
want to talk to Sophie about something specifically.
Okay. A separate but not the scene then. What do you want to discuss with her?
It's a shame Rose is AFK right now. I would have invited Shiva to this, but Amaya would definitely approach Sophia and say, "So, about the last time we spoke, some of the things we talked about, I would like to retract some of my statements about our binds to duty, as much as it pains me to say.
Quirks an eye.
I think you should find someone who finds you happy, and consequences be damned. One of the things that drove that monster, the picture, over Caloris and Cadme to her madness was because she wasn't allowed to be with who she wanted. And aside from that, I think it would make Sora happier as well. I wouldn't want to see a friend go through such torture.
I mean, you know as well as I, the chains of commandment are the chains that bind.
And you know how much duty and honor means to me as an Asgardian warrior. I still say throw it away.
We'll see.
And if the problem of producing an heir becomes an issue. There are things that can be done. Ritual magic and the like, something I'm looking into in case Theona and I do get married. Keep it in mind.
She briefly pauses with a smirk on her face about something, but not.
What? You look like you have something you want to say.
I was just thinking how it should for you to find a way, given your ancestors.
Amaya tilts her head a bit confused. Excuse me?
Oh, it's nothing.
No,
Just an idle thought.
no. Please elaborate. I am confused.
Knock, knock, knock. I hear a very powerful, awkward energy in this room. Is everything okay?
I don't know.
I think it's okay. Amaya, we're getting ready to go.
Ah. Alright. But
Good luck.
do give it some very real consideration. It wasn't easy for me to say, but it still needed to be said.
And I appreciate your concern.
I will give a short bow and take her leave with the rest of the group.
And she still said she's laughing to herself about something. Very, very subtle. Amused by something. Who knows?
It says, am I gonna make a baby out of like clay and then put a human soul into it?
That's called that's called retrading into Promethean alchemist.
Or better, not like me.
Well, her father is an alchemist.
Yes, and one of your family members somewhere is a dragon.
Yes, I'm going to need just some powdered mandrake root, some magic clay, pure spring water, and both of our blood. And I will make a homunculus baby.
Oh dear.
It may also cost you an arm and a leg.
It'll cost me an arm or a leg.
We'll see. But yes, that resolves that. Which kind of goes back to what are we looking at going ahead?
Well, there was that dwarven dungeon people wanted to check out, right?
Well, now that we got a little bit more information on our items, I kind of want to go to the island now.
I really don't have the money.
Why? What do you need the money for?
Expenses, souvenirs, doing things with Fiona.
I have the money for that. If you need money, ask Cadme.
I'm not going to ask you for money every single time something comes up sideline.
Cadme's your distant sugar mama.
Cadme can give you your allowance for the vacation.
I prefer the term fairy godmother.
It's more appropriate for you, in fairness.
Oh god, if Amaya and Fiona did have kids, they would have a fairy godmother.
Yes, they would.
But I'm kind of agreed for also heading to Elmwind, because at least whenever we get there, we can just kind of teleport back whenever. If we need to, like, if we need more funds to do whatever the fuck Mrs. Wise Woman says, then we can come back at some other point. But it's getting there that's the big pain in the ass.
You
Yeah.
need a boat.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, sideline, I'm sitting at a whopping 5 gold pieces right now.
That is impressive.
That is solid.
Yeah, no, raising a familiar from the dead couple of, 3 times now? That's expensive.
Sorry.
Only one of those was your fault. And you paid for that one, so it's fine.
But yeah, I'm still kind of thinking we should go take that actual goddamn vacation that we said about. If we really want to investigate the thing down Riverrun, that's why we have a goddamn spy mistress.
Mm-hmm.
Who you could assign on researching that topic.
Someone who we pay, actual money to.
2 things, yes. I agree that we do need cash, and I agree that we do need funds for things. I think I can get some opportunities on the.
I just really don't want to go on the vacation without like a few hundred gold in my pocket.
I hand
Have
Amaya
a
5.
500 gold.
Yeah, about to say we have money.
We're a team. We
you
can
have
share.
like sideline. How much money do you have in what you would call just spare expenses?
Oh, a few thousand is fine.
Because I will say if Reese took the money out in pure if Reese took the money out from that previous situation as just raw cash, he would have been at 10k.
Yeah.
Reese didn't. He spent a tiny bit on that on upgrading his hero armor.
Yeah, no, I just
Also,
hate asking you guys for money because that's your resources you need for your magic shit.
I mean, in fairness though, if you're spending on like souvenir stuff, that's not a big deal.
how much souvenirs do you expect that you're gonna buy? Like 1,000 gold pieces worth?
The island.
That's
No.
my souvenir house.
Oh, speaking of which, by the way, I'm going to need people to produce what list of touch spells they can produce.
Fair enough. I'll get onto that.
Because
Oh
I
yeah,
may
I also need 300 gold to train into this fucking sword I just
Here's
got.
300 gold.
Damn you.
Per team, we get money. I'm investing in our friendship.
Actually, we get 25% discount, don't we?
Yes.
By the way.
For what?
Only 225 gold because if we train them.
Ah, it's
Oh.
true.
Mm.
But I have some things I actually do want to do for
I have time with Reese.
downtime, so there you go. Here's my money, and
The
there's
tables
Reese's
have
time.
turned, Amaya. Reese is now the trainer. Or more likely, Reese might just be hiring people who are really good with this weapon. Like Reese's connections. But I may have spell storing though on Reese's hero armor, so if anyone attacks him, it will discharge a spell onto them.
Sweet.
I'm currently thinking something like a empowered shocking grasp.
That works.
We do have a wookie thingy.
Oh, maximize shocking
We can do
grasp.
that.
Oh dear.
Yep.
As a result, all my touch spells had to work for it.
Touch of blindness is pretty good as well. Stricken heart. And those aren't terrible options. I don't really like cure spells like Reese could stick every cure spell under the sun in there, but that's not particularly
It's
always
true.
useful. Unless we're fighting undead, in which case just pour all the touch spells in.
Technically, air bubble. I guess you could punch yourself so you could breathe underwater.
Well, that is part of the reason I got it spell storing though, because if Reese ever goes into an undead horde, he can basically keep expending rounds of performance to keep refilling it with a cure light wounds,
Hooray.
and basically make it so undead explode by touching him.
You want maximized vampiric touch?
I actually kind of like the idea of vampiric touch because that means someone hits Reese and he suddenly heals, which is kind of funny.
I like
Now,
it.
include the ones that don't really fit as well, just because who knows.
But yeah, let's. But it sounds like Ellenwood's going to be the main target here.
Mhm.
Amaya's being given gift money, which means the group needs to prepare for travel.
Hooray.
The group may take 2 downtime actions preparing for travel.
Yay.
Finishing my training with the sword.
That can be done.
I have a question.
Yes.
So obviously, now that we have a big chunk of money, part of what I was going to throw towards was via Mage Tower. Unfortunately, that is 9,000 gold pieces, so that's not happening soon.
How much money do you have to put into that pile?
I don't want to spend all of the money I have, maybe like 4,000. Could we just build like a first floor of a tower?
I mean, you can put money in and basically say you've started construction, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I think I'll just keep it until then.
But I mean, I could chuck a few thousand from recent as well.
I don't want. No. Well, on that topic, actually, Cadme, do you still have that +1 wooden mushroomy armor?
Oh, yes.
Because I wanted to bring this up. We have a lot of shit just sitting around that we don't ever use that we could probably sell.
You're probably right in that regard.
No offense to the Entropic Alembic, but I've used it like twice.
Yeah?
But
I
just haven't
honestly forgot it
experimented with it yet.
I forgot it existed because you guys never used it, and it's not, part of my inventory. So
It's like it has a great effect. Sure, we can make funky random potions, but it's 100 gold pieces a pop.
I mean, you can try like different
Also,
combinations, right?
it's not as if I haven't done nothing with it. I've made stuff with it. I never ended up using the things because they weren't particularly useful. It was like you can run. Ooh, what the fuck was that? You can run for a minute and stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
It's like for the group to consider if they want to look into selling those or something. Right? So,
If people are fine with it over the downtime, I'll collate the items that I think have fallen down the cracks of our sofas.
Well,
That's probably a good idea.
yeah, actually. I
I
mean,
wonder what your wealth's got.
Zahira is actually going to be coming back very soon, so you can maybe do that.
You can basically expect at the end of downtime she's going to come back with your equipment. So
Cool.
you'll have it all. Yeah. Well, the scheme action is now being replaced with the prepare for vacation action, which does the exact same thing, but
Just different name.
it's basically just packing.
I know Maya's obviously training. Does anyone else have anything that they need done for themselves that they want a bit of help with?
Kinda.
I mean, could you pack my bags for me?
No.
I'm pretty sure Dark wouldn't allow that.
Because clearly she'd get it wrong. She'd put the wrong things in there.
Excuse me.
Well, no. For example, you specifically try to embarrass my by putting like bright pink underwear in there or something. Just mess up all the bags. But still,
Oh, yeah, that's a point.
yeah,
If we are planning
what
on just going to, if we are just going to go on vacation, Amaya does want to firmly ask Fiona to come along this time.
You've already talked to me about that, and that's fine. She will
Yeah.
definitely come along. Like, your downtime action is also not super important. You can send me those later if you want to. It's not the most important right now because, yeah, this bit's a bit more kind of relaxed.
There is one important downtime action that people may want to interact with.
Hmm.
My first downtime action is being sacrificed for Hazel in the investigation of the marring on Cad, who Hazel would approach the more magically inclined Essie, Shiva, people like that to sort of point out what she's seen, which is this weird black force lingering on Cad after she broke the urn.
Mommy is deaf.
Yeah, and Cadme can't see it per se.
Well, it's kind of like trying to see a spot on your back. It's not particularly easy.
I was wondering if you guys could help in any regard. It's strange. I was going to ask help Aaron. It's a very similar force to what he controls, but he kind of just freaked out when I kind of tried to wake him up at night to ask him about it.
Did you just wake him up in the middle of the night? Did you say?
Hazel did, in fact.
Give me.
And, I mean, she's lucky his response wasn't gravity blast.
It was. It's just he missed. He doesn't have the best accuracy when he's asleep.
I mean, sure, we could. I'll try and take a look.
Yeah.
Going to be honest,
Do you have
weird
any
evil
I mean,
auras is not my specialty.
yeah, I know. That's why I didn't ask you originally.
Oof. Stuffa holds Coral like a gun. Is Cadme evil now?
Detect alignment.
He has detect evil constant.
Nice.
Cadme is not evil. However, she is radiating a mild evil aura.
Huh.
But she's also radiating a mild good aura. Well, actually, a strong good aura. I think she's strong good aura at this point. At least medium good aura. She's radiating more good than evil, but she's radiating both.
Well, according to Coral Vision, it does appear something has lodged itself within your aura.
You're talking to Hazel. She's trying to keep it.
Oh,
hush
right,
hush.
okay. I was wondering why the accent wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, Hazel is a little bit more conversational than Cadme.
Fair enough. Okay, Hazel, it does look like something is up.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try to just, she waves her hands and makes a massive amount of light. Blast it out? I don't know how to manipulate it that fine-tuned.
That feels like perhaps a bad idea. Well, I'm not sure if I suppose your mother wouldn't really mind.
Well, I mean, she would mind. This would mean me directly targeting her soul, I think.
Probably hurt.
Pardon? Sorry?
It probably hurt.
Probably be uncomfortable, yes. Pretty bad sunburn, too.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how it was. No.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this either. Maybe we can try to talk to Aaron again. He maybe won't freak out this time.
I could also just quietly hit her with cleansing magic.
I don't know what that means.
I
You have
don't
one?
either. I
That's
mean, it
good.
might do something, who knows?
Do you have cleansing magic?
Yeah.
Well, do it. The thing is, it's not. Give me a second. Hazel's gonna go look at Cadme again. Would Hazel know if this is more something lodged within Cadme's aura, or if it's a marring on Cadme's aura.
Make a wisdom check.
Can I use profession herbalist instead?
This is definitely not a herbalism issue.
Can we prune Cadme?
Oh, yes, but she doesn't like that.
That may not change the effect. Well, her best guess is it's kind of like having this kind of like beautiful tree that's slowly having like a fungus or having like a vine grow up it and kind of dig roots in.
Ah, so it's some. Oh, yeah, I think it is a separate entity. Though, knowing Mom, she doesn't really like. Well, she lets things like this happen. Because, yeah. I don't know if we want to try to figure out what it is, communicate with it.
Let me just casts diagnose disease. Is this like a spell blight?
The diagnosed disease detects spell blights.
Good question.
I don't think it does.
I mean, are spell blights diseases? They're curses, aren't they?
They're what? Yes.
Don't know how to detect that.
Generally higher level versions of detect magic.
Lost all of those.
Or
You could
arcane
do-
sight or something like that.
You could do read aura for health.
I don't have perception.
Does
Yeah.
Koro have perception?
Does he? Good question.
Is Koro psychic?
Does.
Yeah, so Cora would be psychically attuned.
Nice.
As long as you're holding Koro as a gun, of course.
Yeah, pew pew. I guess he can try. I guess have guidance. Wait, can words. Can Hazel also do this? She's technically psychic.
Yeah.
I don't know, can he get art psychic?
Arvin, not.
There's no spellcasting.
They don't have
They're
spell
occult, they're
casting.
not psychic.
Well, she does have psychic spell-like abilities.
Whack.
Doesn't technically count.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
That is nowhere near Academy's hit dice.
It's sad to say, but yeah, there's no way it can be said this.
Okay, we're taking it back a lot of steps. Stifa cast Spectral Hand.
What?
He's casting Spectral Hand. His hand is incorporeal. She's got to attempt to touch the blackness.
What is that?
Incorpore. I mean, would it touch Cadme?
Technically.
It touches Cadme.
Poke.
Cadby sort of shift slightly. It looks like she realizes you guys are there, but is not engaging.
Stifa does not have
She
self,
does
of
for
course
a
she
while.
recognizes she's there. I feel like we're gonna need a soul doctor for this, Hazel, no offense.
Or at least someone who's good at divination.
Unfortunately, I lost all my divinations in the Great Coral Death of 1392, whatever year it is we are in.
Isn't Cora right there?
Hazel, you weren't there for that, were you? It's a story.
I vaguely remember it. It was a dog at the time.
No, this is post dog.
Post dog? Oh, then I
Yeah.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Up when we were, dealing with the goblins, Coral died technically to save me. Cadme sucked him into the orb, but unfortunately in doing so lost a lot of power.
I'm right here, you know. You don't need to say that Koro died.
Sometimes I can still hear him speak.
It's really, really it's haunting, honestly. It's a shame. We'll miss him.
I'm joking. I'm glad you're still here, Coral.
Koro glares at you.
Tell you what, Hazel, I will put out a word with someone I know who's probably got more experience with healing this sort of thing than I do.
Do you think it's intelligent?
My guess is a little fragment of what's her face decided to go boop and
Can you
piggyback on, no?
Do you not
I
have a
don't
message?
message prepared.
Oh, well,
I mean, I don't know its name, so I can't attempt to dream to it.
we could give it the name.
I don't think that quite works that way.
Why not?
I mean, I can't just spontaneously decide what someone's called blah 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 blah, blah and then send them a dream.
Well, if they didn't have a name before,
And it might have a name. We don't know.
well, the only way to find out is to give it the name and a try.
I'm just gonna go with the original plan of ask someone who's a bit more experienced than I am.
Who is that?
Another witch, because that can only makes things better.
That sounds
Please,
like
please select what new witch you want to go after to discuss about diagnosing whatever this is.
It's fine. Meredith, help me again.
Here we go again.
Look, she was a renowned healer. She probably has experienced something slightly. Probably not. Who knows?
Are we continue our cartoonish style spying on Cadme, leaning around
Yes.
street posts and scanning her? Should we-
Q Academy has blatantly heard everything and is choosing to ignore it.
as I suppose she'll lean around a fence post and then blast a wave of divination magic past Cadme.
It's okay. If we hold completely still, she can't see us.
Parasite is based on movement.
What is she, a dinosaur?
Yes. She's old.
She's I don't actually know how old she is.
As Meredith kind of does her scan and kind of looks back for a moment, consults her bird of familiar. She has the beginnings, well, of corruption in her. A very particular kind of corruption.
That's bad.
That sounds like why are you squinting at that? Is that good news or bad news? Oh wait, you're in a vision. I can't really talk to you, can I?
But yeah, that sounds bad.
The pause for a few moments. Well, it will slowly eat away at her, transforming and changing her. In this case, any idea where she got this from?
Chronomancer Go. An old noble who was messing with time magics managed to mess up, so to say, and ended up becoming a monster herself, trapped partially in a soul jar while her maddened body continued to siphon energy from people. You've heard about people suddenly becoming really old and then really young, or about the place, I assume?
A mild whisper about it, but I didn't think it was real.
That was her.
Right. Either way, she is going to slowly be twisted and transformed. I believe into some form of undead.
Is that possible?
Yes,
Weird.
though it's a very slow process.
We talking months?
Yes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Though exposure to negative energy will speed it up,
Noted. Just of us writing down that tiny journal.
as it will slowly destroy her spirit from the rest of her form, and over time, she'll become closer and closer to that of an undead.
Hmm. Take it you've never really seen anything like this before?
I have.
Oh, good.
I mean, every circumstance is slightly different on how this works, but I have seen something like this before.
I don't
Usually,
suppose.
usually after prolonged exposure to undead. Usually, those who devote their entire lives to it.
Ah.
Mm.
Do you think we could excise it?
A powerful enough priest could probably do an exorcism.
Hmm.
Alternatively, I suppose sacred sites might also be able to help, but it would be up to you to figure out what. But essentially, you can imagine it as a small little undead-like thing slowly growing through her.
Okay.
I have an idea. It's a shame I'm not there though.
So shouldn't we sold that, holy sword?
It wouldn't have helped much.
You don't know it. Well, thank you, Meredith. I'm assuming it's going to be the sort of case where positive energy might help stem the tide for a short while.
Somewhat, but not by a lot.
Mm.
Largely, though, if she stays away from negative energy, she will be fine for the most part. That said, I take it you don't really control when you encounter this stuff.
No, it's usually reactive. Usually we go, oh, that's a thing. Ah. Sometimes we're to get mixed up with it. Oh, I have to talk to the others. Hopefully, actually, Reese might have some ideas.
But yeah, turns out Cadme got a mild undead infection.
Yay!
So do you bring this up with everyone?
Yeah, after returning Meredith home. To include Cadme or not to include Cadme? 'Cause she was kind of, aware that we were poking at her. And it's funner if we don't include her at first. It's the fool call a group meeting.
Amaya will say, you need a priest and a holy site.
Yep.
And this is
Well,
to do with the undeath.
yeah.
I have an idea.
Ah.
There is a place not too far from my home, actually, where a raven tender and a charnel ground for our sky burials is. It's known that you know what a psychopomp is, right?
Yeah.
It is known that a Nosoi psychopomp does occasionally visit there. It does seem like the kind of place where something like this could be dealt with.
I don't mean to alarm you, Hazel speaks up. Psychopomps don't really like Fae anymore. You know, the great abandonment and all that. And B, that isn't your home really far away.
As if distance an issue.
Yeah, the
I
distance
mean,
isn't much an issue, and I'm also more talking about the spirit tender there. He deals with death and
actually,
the
is it
borders
that
between
far
quite
away?
often.
Like, honestly, thinking about it, if we follow the plans we already might have, Essie, wouldn't you be able to teleport us back to Eisenfell?
Yep. We were already having to go over to get to Elmwood.
Like, we could do our normal plans and then we could take a detour when we're coming back to Eisenfell. If it's going to take a long time for it to do anything.
And if you want, I can just have the rest of you stay in my family home if you wish.
You can probably even send us a letter right now if you want, so they can get things prepared for when we come.
Well, hold on, because while we're going to Elmwood, we're going to visit a lady who Zahira mentioned, Ursula. Ursula? She's a spirit medium. She might have or knows something that we could do over there.
Yes, but
Yeah.
doesn't she not like to be bothered with these kinds of things?
Mm.
I
She's a
mean,
hermit. I don't think hermits like to be bothered by anything.
Yeah, plus Cadme needs to go there to get the orb repaired anyway, so
Also, that's a holy relic, so that would probably help.
yeah. She did also
She's.
make Reese's lance, so
I wouldn't be surprised if she were upset that we broke it.
I feel like that's a fair thing to be upset about.
also I'm pretty sure if we explained like how it got broken, she'll understand. From the little things I've heard about her and going off of like how she made the orb and the lance, she seems like the type of person who would be pretty alright with something she'd made being broken in the line of, stopping a wizard, like a
Thing.
mage turned very, very bad and freeing a bunch of souls.
I think you're teleporting back there.
Might as well.
But you see, I think right now I'm saying this is kind of like almost like our route of action here then. Teleport to Fellmast, boat, teleport to Eisenfell, walk, teleport.
Yeah, my other alternative was teleport us to the life church in the Elven lands that we know about and be like, hey, this place was like lifey and stuff. Help?
Yeah.
I'll keep this backup. But who knows, maybe Cadme wants to be undead. She can be a lich or something.
That's not a good plan.
I mean, I can
Maybe
tell
Unless
you.
we know what kind of
Oh,
undead fae there are.
I mean, I can tell you with this corruption, she can turn herself into a wraith if she wanted to.
Oh god. Don't think that's a good idea for her.
She'd gain charisma to hit points.
I
It's
know,
typically
but still.
never.
I have 18 charisma. It would be great.
It's typically never a choice for Fae to begin with. I don't think we're really big on becoming undead.
I mean, all it would take for her is one casting of Death Ward and someone to kill her, and she could turn herself in. She could separate her soul out and make herself into a wraith.
I do have a charge left in the wand, but I do need to actually learn that as a proper spell.
Because, that's clearly something Cadby wants to do, right?
Yeah.
And then at that point, you can collect up all the spirits you want as a wraith.
Yay.
Join near being incorporeal.
Sounds like a great plan.
Eat him first. Take his power.
Oh boy.
There can only be one.
Yeah, right now though, we've got this set as our travel plan.
Teleport to Philhost, I think it was. Boat,
I
Then teleport back.
then teleport / walk.
This bit over here should really be green because that's over land travel. There you go. So, teleportation, water travel, teleportation, land travel, teleportation.
God, this could be a long ass boat trip.
Yep.
It'll be fine. It's just a boat.
It's just being on a boat is so boring.
Boats are fine.
All you can do is like vomit and stuff.
I mean, that's Reese's fate.
Obviously, what we need to do is invest all the gold we got into a hot air balloon and we just attach it to the back of a boat.
That's how you make an airship, and no.
No, we don't fly the boat. We are just on the balloon.
Oh, like a kite.
Yeah,
But yeah,
which would be terrifying.
How would that make it any better?
Good point.
make it terrifying. But yeah, that looked like what the group's kind of operation plan is.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
And we have 2 downtime actions to decide what to do between each of us.
Yes.
I spent mine training.
Okay then. Okay, that's fine.
Out of curiosity, how long would the boat trip take?
Well, your characters aren't fully aware exactly how long the boat trip takes right now.
They might be.
But
Well,
I
she
mean,
can guess from previous.
yeah, Adeline can take a guess. It's not that bad.
What is it, like a week?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not as bad as I was thinking. I was thinking months.
No, it's about a week by boat. The boat actually goes quite fast, following through the storm winds.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you're going to Ellenwind, it's likely that any ship that you go on has a storm mage on it. Just because they were likely a native and they decided to see the world. So that helps whenever you want to go fast.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. A week of boating.
Oh my god, I'm imagining Ellenwind boat races are just like storm mages on these like little aquadynamic rafts with one sail, just blowing as much wind magic into them as they can fire.
Hey,
Effectively.
hey, don't doubt the occult-kineticists.
Yeah, fair enough. Or the aerokineticists.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I won't cover. I'm not going to go any further tonight. It doesn't really make sense to. We have 40 minutes left that we could reasonably use.
Early night.
Yeah.
It makes more sense that next time we'll pick up going to I'll do the brief introduction on the boat, and then I'll introduce you to Ellenwind itself.